This was my debut! I invited a sommelier and everything. This is sure one humdinger I ended up in. Look here, Huckleberry, I'm busier than a moth in a mitten trying to clean this up. I don't have time for chit-chat right now. Oh, we can talk about this later. And when a lady says later, she really means not ever. You've got to give me some time to think, and I can hardly do that when you're apologizing all over the place. This was the first year I brought wine instead of produce to the market. The thing about squash, if you spill it, you just pick it right on up, dust it off, and put it back on the table. A Southern girl's only as good as her hospitality. And my hospitality's all over the floor. You're gonna get me madder than a wet hen. And I feel particularly well equipped to use that saying in this circumstance. Oh, bless your heart. Did you pick this out all by yourself? Well, darling, I appreciate you lending a hand with the cleanup and such. I've got more wine back at the house, but it would be a trifle tricky to get it back here in time. We might as well enjoy the rest of the market. It reminds me of the fairs I went to when I was young. I might just get to forgiving you faster if you win me a prize from the games booth over yonder. Tell you what, Huckleberry, get me one of those little horse plushies so as I can give it to Babybelle, and we'll call it square. Grace isn't a flower that grows in everyone's garden, but people are always telling me I have a green thumb. Having all my wine at the stall right at the beginning of the day may have been a poor idea. You know, I think I just thought of a way for you to make it up to me. On the way in, I'm sure I passed a dunk tank. I heard the next market's going to invite some highfalutin wine connoisseurs. I figure I got time to prepare something that'll knock their socks off. Oh, bless your heart. Did you pick this out all by yourself? Even though there may not be a way to rewind the day, I'm glad that you're here with me. Besides, it'd be a waste to spend the rest of the day moping and not enjoying what the market has to offer. Let's go see the season's biggest zucchini. No one ever made a good wine without crushing a few grapes. Just knowing you're rooting for me makes me feel a touch better. One of the stalls at the market was selling cheese. The little red ones had my name on them. No, literally, they had my name on them. Of course that's an excuse to buy a few. Folks really seem to like the southern accent. Are you one of them folks? I can lay it on a little thicker for y'all if you like it. They have pig races starting soon. We should hurry. There's one called Buttercream that Bonnie thought ought to win, but truth be told, I'm rooting for Sprout. Well, sure you can buy me a drink. A Shirley Temple'll do me just fine. What, you were expecting me to order wine? Huckleberry, are you trying to get me all pickled and undignified? Now, you watch those fingers of yours. Wouldn't want anyone thinking something untoward is going on. Oh, now I've never been one to look a gift horse in the mouth. Thank you, Huckleberry. Well, I probably won't be able to make any more of that wine. The roses are all out of season and wouldn't taste as nice. This may have been a little old blessing in disguise, because now you've given me a good idea of what I want to try next. The joys and the surprising. You'll just have to wait and see till I'm all done. Oh, Bonnie asked me to remind you about dinner with the family on Sunday evening. It's gonna feature my secret recipe for pickled beet fritters. The 3 things I know the most about when it comes to dining are cheese, wine, and chocolate. I already tried to infuse wine with cheese, but it just wasn't popular. Although maybe using blue cheese was too rich for some folks' palate. We'd best settle in for some sweet tea and biscuits. Bonnie made them. They're the plain kind. I'm thinking of breaking out my mint and jalapeno jam for a bit of a flavor kick. Want some? Since my favorite color is green, I'm a little bit disappointed that my green grapes don't make green wine. Maybe I should try adding pickles. Or caterpillars! Do you think that would work? Now, you watch those fingers of yours. Wouldn't want anyone thinking something untoward is going on. Oh, now I've never been one to look a gift horse in the mouth. Usually when I start getting to know someone proper, it's tradition for us to have a picnic. What do you say? Are you going to help me uphold tradition? I know the best little spot down by the creek. Oh, I'm mighty excited. I'm going to bring my spicy pickled watermelon rinds. You're in for a treat. Are you busy right now? I have a mighty hankering to go peach picking. I've never been much of an artist, but I can understand why people like painting flowers. They're just so peaceful and pretty. Brightens up anyone's day, I think. Kinda like what you do for me. Would you like to know my scarecrow's favorite fruit? It's strawberries. Last year, I thought I'd enter the watermelon festival pageant, but got cold feet. Wouldn't do to have my little toes all a-shivering as I'm trying to dazzle the judges now, would it? The other day, I went outside to get to watering, and one of those wild hogs was standing there. If it had been a snake, it would have bitten me. Looks like I'll have to get on the offensive. You'll help, of course, Huckleberry, won't you? Dandelions are such cheery and useful plants. I'd like to know who decided they were weeds. Is there some kind of flower mafia that makes these rules and then enforces them? I remember a buzz about wine for cats, a buzz about wine ice cream, a buzz about wine-themed skincare. Buzz, buzz, buzz. If I get busy like a little honeybee, I can take advantage of all of this hype. My bandana? It's my favorite. My childhood dog had one too. We used to go round town matching. Bet you didn't know I was so fashion forward. With all the time I spend tending to my plants, I would hope if there was some kind of danger coming to my home, they'd defend me against pests, solicitors, zombies. Oh, Huckleberry, that tickles. Did Bonnie tell you to get me this? I swear if she's been reading my diary again, She didn't? Oh, now aren't you just the sweetest and most attentive thing? Jasmine is the scent of seduction and beauty. Can you smell it in the air, Huckleberry? I debated using it in my next wine, but it felt too intimate. Can I ask you something, Huckleberry? When you look at Bonnie and me, do I come across like a country bumpkin? Oh, you don't think so? Oh, I am just pleased as punch. She's so refined, and sometimes I just feel... You know what? It doesn't matter. You just made this girl's day. The amount of time that we're spending together, well, it nearly feels like a courtship. Not that I'm against that, but, it's not like I'm picking out monogram towels for a bathroom already. I don't say this to just anyone. You got mighty fine toes. I think the only weather that I'm not particularly happy to see is hail. It's like snow, but with a mighty attitude and a hankering to cause some destruction. A woman from Garden and Home Streaming Service wants to do a feature piece on my farm-to-table wines. You'll have to be in the episode too, Huckleberry. You're the right kind of smooth for those network people. I feel like my scarecrow would be a real chatterbox. Could probably while away the hours conferring with the flowers. If they only had a brain. It was mighty kind of you to take me here while the rock roses were blooming. Wildflowers have such a determined beauty to them. My new wine ingredients arrived today. I'm going to buckle down and get the first batch together. Since you did most of the inspiring, would you do me the honor of tasting it? Hooray! This is me formally inviting you to be my one and only taste tester, Huckleberry. You motivated this recipe, so it would just tickle me pink to know what you think. Out of all the opinions I might get on my wines and jams, yours is the one I care about the most. If you keep opening doors for me and walking on the outside of the sidewalk, you're going to give this girl some ideas. You hear me? Our mama says I'm like whiskey in a teacup. But I don't like whiskey none, so I'd rather be compared to a smooth red wine in a teacup. What do you think? What's your favorite vegetable or flower? I'm fixing to expand my garden and, well, I want to grow something that you like. Let me tell you, it's never a good idea to share your secret recipes at a farm. The corn have ears, and the potatoes have eyes. Do you mind coming with me to the garden? I want to show the flowers how beautiful you are. One of my friends told me her friend can write cursive with her feet. I would think she'd be a natural at stomping grapes. Should I invite her to help me with my next batch? Oh, look at me, grinning like a possum eating a sweet potato. This is exactly perfect, Huckleberry. Thank you. Oh, Huckleberry, that tickles. Did you see that kiosk? They were selling plum wine. I reckon I could do that. Do you want to help me? I could use another pair of feet. Here we are, sugar sweet. My heart's all aflutter. A glass of the one and only s'mores-infused wine. What do you think of the color? What do you think of the bouquet? It's a little bit Valentine with a tease of chocolate and a little bit marshmallow with a sweet smoothness, like we're cuddling up in a wine glass. The more time I spend with you, the more ideas I get. Not just about wine, neither. About kissing and cuddling and other things that come from it. I appreciate that you're mighty inspiring. Hush up and kiss me, won't you? Sometimes it's better to let our two lips do the talking. If you're half as smooth in the bedroom as you are in your day-to-day life, I'm certainly in trouble. There's this one thing I've been dying to try. What do you say to having a little roll in the hay? It's clean and soft and smells great. Your card skills might be something to see in the casino, but you're not going to last one single round if you ever play cards with us Valentines. Here, you got time now? I can show you a couple tricks that'll help. I may grow flowers, but I'm not as delicate as one. Come on, show me what you really got. Oh, look at me, grinning like a possum eating a sweet potato. This is exactly perfect, Huckleberry. Thank you. These movies always make it seem like it don't take long for two people to fall in love. I don't know about that, Huckleberry. I think it blooms all slowly, like a cactus. Normally, I got nothing to say about fate, but I am just over the whole darned moon that I messaged you that day. I've already got pre-orders for the first 20 batches of my s'mores-infused wine! You've inspired, supported, and motivated me in ways I can't even express, Huckleberry. It'd just be the icing on the cake if you'd maybe consider me your girlfriend to boot. Will you carry me all romantic-like? You know, like they do on the covers of those books they sell at the corner store? When I first built my scarecrow, they had a turnip for a head. I would come out every morning to see it upside down in some weeds. Poor thing. I can't imagine that being all top-heavy is a very easy life. I may grow flowers, but I'm not as delicate as one. Come on, show me what you really got. This here would look great in my garden. I know exactly where I'll put it, too. You sure have a knack for picking out gifts. It is obvious that we are successful partners in wine, so I got to thinking. We're fine partners overall, in any category. Wouldn't you agree? I wish that all my sales pitches were as easy as that one was. The next time it rains, we should get all dressed up in white and go for a stroll. It's a wonderful way for freshening up. I bet you'd be surprised to hear that my best subject was chemistry. If you come a little closer, I could show you. Today's National Squirrel Appreciation Day. I mean, I don't appreciate them much myself, but it's nice that they have a day all to themselves, even if they are little garden-ruining menaces. Come now! Oh, this isn't fair! Shoot, Sugar Spice! The little ruffles are cute. Do you think that they suit me? Bonnie has such nice nails. Sometimes I wonder if I should get mine done too. Then I look at the garden that always needs tending and realize that's just plumb silly. You don't mind a girl with short nails, do you? Those sticky little fingers of yours really know what they're doing, don't they? I can hardly believe it! Yes! Yes, of course I do! Look at all the lace and fancy stitched flowers on my dress. Why, I feel like the belle of the ball gussied up like this. Huckleberry, I love you. Those sticky little fingers of yours really know what they're doing, don't they? Well, howdy hi, Huckleberry. I was just thinking about you and me and a couple of rocking chairs on the porch. Might not sound like much, but being comfortable when there ain't a single other thing going on is its own kind of bliss. Well, it'd be just cold impolite for me to not let you feel this fabric, don't you think? I'm your farm girl. Ask me anything. If I reply with, as you wish, what I'm really saying is, I love you. Come now. Oh, this isn't fair. I think wintertime is the best time to show people how much you love and appreciate them. What would you like, Huckleberry? The moon? Let me know and I'll lasso it for you. Hey, Huckleberry. If I were a plant, what sort would you figure me for? Something dainty like a daisy? Or maybe something more like an orchid? As long as you don't say I'm like a potato plant, we'll be fine. Those sticky little fingers of yours really know what they're doing, don't they? Oh, Huckleberry, I feel so pretty. Aren't these ribbons and ruffles just precious? And these dainty little wings? Oh, I'm so happy, I'm sure I could almost fly. Are you available this evening? What do you say to you, me, and a blanket under the stars? If there's gonna be too many clouds, we'll look for fireflies instead. Those sticky little fingers of yours really know what they're doing, don't they? Dressing up's a lot of fun, but I feel most comfortable in this. After all, I don't mind getting this outfit a little dirty. You'd better treat me right, Huckleberry, else my sisters will come after you. You do not mess with family, and hell hath no fury like southern women scorned. My love for you's bloomed in me like a lily. The way you look at me gives me butterflies. When you touch me, it's like the sun kisses my skin. Why, I'm one little shower away from being a garden all on my own. Being the youngest of the Valentine sisters, I was worried that it'd be a long time before I found love. Thank you for proving me wrong, Huckleberry. I just can't wait to grow in all ways with you. Older, wiser, closer, growing in our love. Oh, look at me gushing like a schoolgirl. Flowers in the sun, that is what we are. Oh, sugar spice, how can we be wrong? Come away with me to another world. We can be by one another always. What do you think about that, Huckleberry? Come on, Huckleberry. Let's give those country music artists a love story to really sing about. There's nothing in this wide world that'll make a girl swoon more than a little respect and some good old-fashioned manners. By the way you're treating me, you must have been top of your class in both those subjects. In the summer when I was a kid, I used to have a lemonade stand. Bonnie had helped me write the sign. It was the most popular in the whole county. I don't know why. All I used were lemons, water, sugar, and pine needles. Nothing weird or special. Some folks seem surprised to hear that I don't have any houseplants. Well, with my greenhouse in its state and my garden in its state, I can hardly have more plants without y'all thinking I'm a crazy plant lady. I worked mighty hard to get myself all nice and situated, but do you know what's missing? Why, your butt in the rocking chair next to mine. Hey, cutie, I got myself a strawberry-flavored beeswax lip balm. Care for a little taste? They say that the eyes are the windows to the soul. Looking into yours, Huckleberry, I see a kind and wonderful person. Don't mind me. I'm just imagining you setting me down on the bed gently, kissing my forehead, touching my thigh. Oh, I need some ice. You're getting me all hot and bothered. I love to touch the earth, break it in my hands. I like things growing all wild and unruly. I wanna lay outside in the comfort of your arms, on a mattress of bluebells and a blanket made of stars. Oh, doesn't that sound so good? It does to me. Ain't no one made me feel like it's important to put down solid roots like you do, Huckleberry. I heard that there's a website where if you post pictures of your feet, you can get paid for it. I'll be honest, Huckleberry. I considered it to fund my next wine venture, but you're the only one that I want looking at my toes like that. One of the best ways to bond is over making something in the kitchen. My latest order of jars are coming soon. What do you say? Sugar sweet? I've just spent a load of time covered up to my elbows in dirt. The garden looks wonderful, but I'm a tad mucky. If I get in the shower, would you help me wash my back? Let's go camping. I think it'll be just the thing to lie out under the stars near a campfire all romantic-like. Don't you just love getting back to nature? If I had a peony for each time you came into my thoughts, why, I'd have the biggest garden this side of Moondew Valley. The next time it rains, we should get all dressed up in white and go for a stroll. It's a wonderful way for freshening up. I'm a girl of simple pleasures. Let's stroll barefoot through the fields and see where we end up. You sure pour a little sugar in my Dixie cup. So much so, I should probably be worried about cavities.
Poor Babybelle. It must be tough living in the shadow of a hotter, more successful older sister. Wow, Babybelle put together a half-decent outfit today. I bet those shoes are comfy.
An anonymous review came in saying that they couldn't tell the difference between my pepper jelly and my strawberry jam. I have never in my life. Ooh, I just wish I knew who wrote that. An entire army of caterpillars showed up in my garden. I don't know how they got there, but they're dining on all my vegetables. Why, there's so many that it's like someone let a bag of them loose for their own little picnic or something. I think a raccoon or the like got into my gardening shed. There were holes in all my soils and seeds. If I didn't know better, I'd say they were trying their hand at farming. All my garden tools were in a puddle of water this morning. Who could have done such a thing? Good thing I know exactly how to combat rust. No dull tools on my watch. Someone was following me around the other day. When I tried to catch her, she darted away, slicker than pig snot on a radiator. Somehow my pitchfork got all the way up above the door of my shed. If I hadn't noticed and taken it down right away, someone could have gotten really hurt.